Boom. What's up, everyone? Marc, Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, rocking the swag, rocking it, socking it, hip-hopping it. Anyway, I want to get into this about nutrition and healthy food choices and something IFYM versus whole natural food, bro, dieting, or the amount of free foods you can put in your diet, whether you're enhanced or you're on androgens or you're on steroids, whatever you want to say about it. And that's something that I think a lot of people get confused and also just don't look at. Now, if you look at bodybuilders in the off season, pounding dozens and dozens and thousands, 10,000 sometimes calories. And to get in 10,000 calories, you need to eat beyond bro foods. You need to eat not brown rice. You need to eat fried chicken, hamburgers, greasy ass hamburgers. You need to eat things that are calorically dense. Ice cream, cake, pie, the dirty bulk, Lee Priest in the off season, KFC, Krispy Kremes, just to get to your caloric totals. Now, here's the problem with that. Androgens can cause an increase in LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and a decrease in HDL. It can also cause other deleterious effects with your blood lipids and your blood pressure. Now, you combine those deleterious effects with bad foods, high saturated fats, high cholesterol, high sodium, processed, nasty, junky foods. What do you get? You get essentially really bad lifestyle effects, which is if you eat like an American, fried, nasty, fast foods, and things that make most Americans fat, overweight, and disgusting and unhealthy, high case of syndrome X, type 2 diabetes, bad things. Now, again, I don't have any research on bodybuilders combining androgens and unhealthy foods, but we do have plenty of information about saturated fats and the insulin correlation with disease. You combine that with androgens, which have been scientifically proven to increase your LDL, decrease your HDL, and just put you in a more unhealthy lipid situation. What do you have? You have a double-edged sword. Two things working against you, making you that much unhealthier. Increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and just being overall unhealthy. Blood pressure risks. See these bodybuilders in the off season, face beat red, blood red, nasty. They still have a six-pack, yet they're huffing and puffing. They can't walk up and down stairs. That is the effects. Also, you got insulin. Insulin is something that you're looking at cancer research coming out of, I believe it's Florida Southern. Florida A&M, Florida Southern, I forgot which one it was, one of the Floridas. You have research showing that if you control insulin, you might be able to slow down the growth and even prevent some cancers, which is why I love ketogenic dieting for overall health and wellness. If you do have or are prone to a disease like diabetes or cancer, you combine injecting insulin, which is inherently unhealthy, to raise and drop insulin, especially for diabetes and syndrome X. I was talking to Bruce Neller the other day. I have a new carbohydrate coming out under MTS Nutrition, which has the high molecular weight of, let's say, even higher molecular weight than a lot of the carbs like carbolin and stuff and glycofuses that claim high molecular weight, but it causes no spike in insulin. So not only are you not going to have that crash at the end of the workout from spiking your insulin, you're going to have nice even keeled energies, fill your glycogen stores, and not have. Now, Bruce Neller believes that spiking your insulin even transiently once a day post-workout is too much and can lead to bad health effects. Now, you combine injecting insulin 1 to multiple times a day with the unhealthy effects of eating like a fucking idiot, and you're going to have issues. So, what am I getting at here? If you are a bodybuilder on androgens, you need to eat like a bro. You need to eat whole, natural, clean foods. You need to control your insulin. And if you are injecting insulin, which I'm not a huge fan of, I don't do insulin. I'm a pretty good bodybuilder. I'm the greatest mediocre bodybuilder that ever lived, God damn it. If you are injecting insulin, be careful with it. Target your timing of that and control your insulin the rest of the day, because those ups and downs, those are not healthy. Those are inherently unhealthy. If you are not on androgens, obviously a natural guy can get away with more insulin spikes, more sugar in their diet, not paying as much attention, because exercise will blunt the effects of eating unhealthier foods, of saturated fats. I mean, look at the Amish. They're so active. They eat whole natural foods that are high in fat, saturated fat, but they're whole natural foods. But they're so active plowing the farms that they're not going to have the issues. They have the lowest obesity rate in the country. They're not going to have the issues that the mainstream population, like me, who sit at a desk all fucking day, have. So, as a natural athlete, you're able to get away with more things that might not be so good for your health, like spiking your insulin, like eating saturated fats, like having higher trans fats. You're allowed to get away with that because your exercise, from being a bodybuilder or a physique athlete, will blunt those effects. The best way to negate diabetic issues like blood sugar is weight training, in my opinion, from the data I've read. And like cardio. I mean, cardio is not even nearly as effective as weight training, in my opinion, for blunting or preventing diabetes and syndrome X. So what I'm getting at here, guys, if you're on androgens, or if you're not, if you just want information, combining, just eating shitty foods. I'm not saying if it fits your macros. Flexible dieting is great. Now, I get misquoted on this. I'm a flexible dieter, but I just choose to eat bro foods within my flexible dieting. Your diet can be filled with carbohydrates from Pop-Tarts or from sweet potatoes. I just choose sweet potatoes, okay? And there's reasons for that. I just went into this video. If you're going to be an enhanced athlete, you need to make the right food choices, because the last thing you want to basically, you don't want to go all the way bad. If you're going to be bad and you're going to be bad and you're going to be good, hopefully it meets in the middle and they counterbalance each other. Androgen use is never healthy. In fact, anything can be overdone, except under the influence advice of a doctor such as TRT. The key is, if you choose to go that route, to mediate the damage via diet and training. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, because your artery's exploding in the middle of the fucking set. It's not a game.